St George residents are finally being allowed to return home after nearly a week in evacuation centres. The first people should start arriving in the next few hours.
Even the army had trouble getting into St George. The flooded causeway which stopped them, also delaying the return home of thousands of residents.
Probably with the damage, they make sure everything's sound before anyone goes over. It's only a safety thing.
The concern was the bridge wasn't safe enough for traffic.
We have inspectors from the Department of Transport on site and they are doing everything they can to urgently assess and inspect the whole causeway.
What we don't want to do is give people an all clear on that road and have them turn back halfway.
Those who didn't evacuate made an early start on the clean-up. Sue Ann Bardsley is working on her friend's home in between 12-hour shifts at the hospital.
You know, we just wanted them to come home to something nice.
For others, water is still a big problem, with plenty of it trapped inside makeshift levees.
This one's been a bit unlucky and got hit pretty bad.
By the time evacuees do make it back tonight, there will be at least some good news. Reinforcements are on their way. The Army entered St George just after 1 this afternoon, but even they required an engineer's report to cross flooded roads. The Boulogne River is now at 12.48 metres, with homes to the south still underwater. The Mayor says Council will consider relocating or raising those homes to prevent further heartbreak.
We don't know whether this might be repeated again.
In St George, Ursula Hager, 10 News.
Well, it's been good weather for the clean-up. Amanda, will the reprieve last long?
Georgie, unfortunately not, especially not in the southeast. We've had just a couple of light showers across the southern inland this afternoon, but there is the potential this weekend for some very bad weather. We're not the only ones feeling the wild conditions at the moment. Tonight in Sydney, they're bracing for another round of storms as they continue to mop up after last night's terrible conditions. The worst of the weather was felt around the west, around Penrith, with flash flooding destroying hundreds of farms and homes.
I've lived here for 20 years and it's the first time that the water's actually gone through the house.
The SES rescued around a dozen people along with pets and farm animals. Here the storms are likely over the weekend. They do have the potential to be severe. Thankfully that's not going to affect western areas. I'll have more details for you though just before 6 o'clock.
See you soon. Thanks, Amanda.